Mr. M-O-M-E-N-T. She prays she never miss a M-O-M-E-N.
The 2025 NBA playoffs were a movie. Let's see what this shit is talking about, bro.
Say the 2025 NBA playoffs.
Let me know if I gotta turn it up.
In nearly a decade, and I don't think that's a crazy statement.
Drives inside on the slam.
Hear me out. We got to witness the next generation of stars announce their arrival on the big stage. Our hearts skipped a beat at every game-winning slam, ankle breaker, or skyscraping jumper that dropped before sending their teams
Actual cinema, nigga. Watching that live is crazy.
Cinderella run that set the postseason on fire, or Oklahoma City's all-out destruction of the Western Conference that led to a 7-game final series that went beyond all of our expectations, as it ended in euphoria for one team and devastation for the other. The 2025 NBA playoffs were a thrilling roller coaster ride that took us on a journey for the ages.
The quality in this video already is fucking amazing.
The 2025 regular season was the storm that set the stage for the insanity of the postseason, and these are your contenders.
Oh my god.
OKC was home to the top seed in the NBA, as well as the league MVP. These boys were heavy favorites to win the title. After acquiring Luka Doncic in a shocking blockbuster trade, LA's new star duo are looking for some of that 2020 magic in hopes of another championship. Up in Minnesota, the new-look Timberwolves led by the Ant-Man are hoping to make another run to the Western Conference Finals. And down in the Bay, the Warriors are looking dangerous after landing Jimmy Butler. I mean, Draymond is so confident that he claimed on live television that they will win the championship. But only time will tell if the aging dynasty has one more in them. Out east, the Cleveland Cavaliers came out of nowhere, dominating the NBA with a 64-18 record, as they were out to prove that they weren't just a regular season team. After capturing their 18th title in franchise history last year, the Boston Celtics were back to their old tricks in hopes of back-to-back titles. Adding Karl Anthony Towns and Mikal Bridges alongside Jalen Brunson in the Big Apple created a new offensive juggernaut in the East. Will this be the year the Knicks finally break through? And last but not least, the Indiana Pacers are a true dark horse, led by their cold-blooded superstar in Tyrese Halliburton, eager to prove that last year's Eastern Conference Finals appearance was no fluke. The East was as stacked as it's been in years, while the West was home to some of the brightest stars in our game. The stage was officially set for a legendary postseason.
Hey man, the East was actually really good this year, bro.
The top seeds in the East embarrassed their opponents in round one.
The Cavs,
the
bro,
champs
man.
gave Orlando the belt in a 5-game annihilation.
The Cavs
Cavaliers decimated
like that,
the Heat in a 4-game sweep. However, the 3-6 matchup didn't follow that trend. Tied at 113 with 20 seconds to go, Detroit is on the verge of forcing a Game 7. But unfortunately for them, New York has Jalen Brunson.
Thompson digging in defensively. 8 seconds. Brunson stops on a dime. Launches.
Gosh.
Oh yeah! Jalen Brunson.
Taliban. That's a dagger ass 3, man.
Goodbye, Asar Thompson's ankles.
God, he flew out of the frame.
Brunson 40 on the night.
Jeez.
Won the series for the Knicks as they're off to face the defending champs in the second round.
He flew out of the
in
fucking
our final
frame,
series in the
dog.
East, we got a 2024 round 1 rematch. Pacers versus Bucks. Tyrese versus the former MVP. Or should I say the most overrated player against the former MVP. See, prior to Game 2 on April 22nd, The Athletic released an anonymous NBA player poll in which Tyrese Halliburton was voted the most overrated player in the league. A title that didn't sit well with him. That night in Game 2, the man let his game do the talking as he dropped 21, 5, and 12 to go up 2-0 in the series. The Bucks managed to pull out a Game 3 win, and then in the first quarter of Game 4, Damian Lillard suffered a devastating Achilles tear. At 34 years old, this might put the rest of his career in jeopardy. Indiana ended up winning that game, and at home to close it out, they found themselves down 7 with 40 seconds to go in overtime, which is where they hit the Bucks with a final dagger.
This game here was crazy too, bro.
Nemhard with it 3. Good. Still Halliburton attacking. And the foul. Halliburton. 5 seconds. 4 seconds.
Watch out, Giannis.
And the Pacers are moving on. What a comeback in overtime.
To move to the next round is crazy.
In a flat-out miracle, Nemhard bombed a 3, Tyrese scooped home an and 1, and after Gary Trent Jr. fumbled it, Halliburton blows past Giannis for the layup to get his team into the second round, where they'll face the #1 seed in their conference. But that's enough for the East. Let's go out west.
Send me a text, don't answer her call. She love when I flex and shopping I'm off.
Ever since LA landed the Dawn, the Lakers were built up as a playoff powerhouse, a true championship contender starring LeBron and Luka. Which is funny, because it was the Ant-Man who stole the show, as he took a quantum leap from rising star to full-blown superhero.
The best player in this series with LeBron and Luka on the basketball court is a 23-year-old with a $200+ million contract, playing like he broke, playing like he said, I want this.
Well, that boy Ant-Man was going crazy the whole playoffs.
Minnesota is going to win this series and knock out the Lakers, the 3 seed, 4 games to 1.
I forgot. Oh, he played the Warriors next.
Was a rivalry renewed. Warriors versus Rockets for the 5th time in the last decade. And with Golden State a perfect 4-0 in those matchups, history was about to repeat itself. The Dubs dominated and went up 3-1 in the series. And then, boom. The Warriors nearly choked a 3-1 lead, but they didn't, and they're off to face the Wolves.
Oh, that's
in round
Draymond.
2.
Come on, dog. Get
OKC versus Memphis was a slaughter. A 4-game bloodbath that'll give the Thunder a matchup against Joker and the Nuggets, or the Claw and the Clippers.
Yo, that's
Denver
that
versus
Nuggets
LA
matchup,
was
bro.
no doubt the series of the first round. It started out with 2 nail-biters, as both games were decided by an average margin of 2 points, with the series tied at 1, headed to LA, where the Clippers smoked the Nuggets by 34 in Game 3, and now facing a possible 3-1 hole, Denver used every second on the clock in Game 4.
Boxes on them. And this is for the win.
Ooh!
They're going to call the buzzer. Did Gordon beat the buzzer? They're going to take a look at it.
That is fucking crazy.
Sean Wright signaled it was good.
The ball was deemed to get out of Gordon's hands right before the LED light. This is a successful basket. The game is over.
The Nuggets have won.
Bro, that Clippers Nuggets series was nasty, bro.
Holy shit. I'm still not sure if it should have counted or not, but the officials rule it a good basket, and Aaron Gordon is the hero.
He had a
AG's
legacy
game winner ended up
playoffs too,
swinging
bro.
the series for his squad. Denver took the momentum home to go up 3-2, LA responded, then the Nuggets blew their doors off in Game 7 by 19. Just a typical playoff exit for the Clippers. And now an MVP showdown awaits Denver in round 2. Pacers versus Cavaliers in the second round was a matchup that seemingly favored Cleveland, and by seemingly, I mean Indiana had no chance in this series.
At all.
In fact, 13 out of 13 ESPN experts selected the Cavs to beat Indy, but it didn't shape up that way. The Pacers shredded Cleveland in the fourth quarter of Game 1 to go up 1-0, and entering Game 2, the Cavs were without Darius Garland and Evan Mobley due to injuries, meaning it was all on Donovan Mitchell. The dude caught fire, exploding for 48 points, leading his team to a 7-point lead with 48 seconds remaining.
Oh, I
this one was
remember
over,
this shit, bro.
Or so we thought. Off a missed free throw, Aaron Nesmith rocks the rim on a huge throwdown to cut it to 5.
This nigga was out of
Siakam
body,
went home
bro.
to get it to 3. The Cavs turn it over. Mr. Overrated gets fouled. He makes the first to cut it to 2, and then
Much better job of
Was that the next game?
Misses Halliburton the rebound. They do have a timeout.
I think that was game 3.
Halliburton.
No, he played the Knicks when he did that.
Tyrese Halliburton trying to take Cleveland's
Fraud buzzer beater. That shit is crazy. Them niggas should not have lost this game. I'm thinking of the Knicks series where that nigga Nimhar was just smacking them bitches, bro.
Overrate that.
off his own missed free throw, the dude gets the rebound, pulls it back out, and steps back for a colossal 3 to win the game.
God, his jumper
this
is so
demon
crazy
is as
too.
clutch as it gets. Indiana steals 2 games on the road, and they have the East's #1 seed on the ropes. Cleveland blew it, which happened to be Boston's specialty. It was Knicks versus Celtics, and with home court advantage, Boston took complete control of Game 1, finding themselves
Odyssey
up
trailer
20
tomorrow? Thank
halfway
God,
through
bro.
the third quarter.
I need to
New
see
York
that.
clearly can't hang with the champs, right? From that point forward, the
Nigga,
Knicks
Jalen Brunson was
outscored
getting
Boston
fucking money.
56-33. And in the waning moments of overtime, Mikal Bridges rips Jaylen Brown at the buzzer, and New York stuns the Celtics to take a 1-0 series lead. Boston eyed revenge in Game 2, and they came out the gates firing, taking another 20-point lead, this time with 3 minutes remaining in the third quarter. There's no way they choke again, right? The Knicks went on to outscore them 38-17, and it was deja vu in the final seconds as Bridges picks off Tatum's pass at the buzzer to win it. It was highway robbery in back-to-back games. The champs weren't really looking like the champs. In the Mecca for Game 3 though, they finally came through with a much-needed 22-point win to get themselves back in the series, which is also what Cleveland did. On the road in Indy for Game 3, Donovan Mitchell went nuts for another 40-piece in a huge win, but it was answered by a Pacers track meet in Game 4 as they take a 3-1 series lead. Back in Cleveland for Game 5, the Haliband does it again, spazzing for 31-6-8 to send the East.
These were the best playoffs I've seen in a long
return
time.
to the Eastern Conference Finals for the second consecutive season. We were witnessing a Cinderella run and the coming out party of a certified superstar. The only question is, will New York or Boston be their next victim? Entering Game 4 on the road, down 2-1 in the series, Jason Tatum was a monster, terrorizing the Knicks crowd. He bombed away some deep threes, showed off his silky touch in the mid-range, and put his handle on full display, while also dominating on defense. The man was money with 42 points, 8 boards, 4 dimes, 4 steals, and 2 blocks. He was saving the Celtics season in the game of his life before it all came to a screeching halt.
Jaylen Brown back in, lost the ball. Anunoby all by himself throws it down. And Tatum is hurt. Tatum is down. He wants a timeout. Tatum in so much pain. And the Celtics call timeout, grabbing that right ankle.
In the midst of the greatest performance of his career, Jason Tatum suffered a catastrophic injury.
Man, that shit is
a
fucking
ruptured
terrible.
right Achilles right in the middle of his prime. Simply heartbreaking. New York pulled out the win to go up 3-1. And then back home, Boston managed to rally a win for Tatum before the Knicks sent them home in Game 6 with a 38-point
Hallie's was an Achilles too, wasn't it? Damn.
Out, and New York is off to face Indy in the conference finals. Back in the West, it was MVP versus MVP in a star-studded second-round matchup, and it lived up to the hype. The Joker was a man possessed in Game 1, erupting for 42, 22, and 6. Yeah, that's
no
not a
answer
typo.
for this dude,
The
bro.
dude was in his bag. Yet Denver finds themselves down 1 with Chet Holmgren at the free throw line to extend the Thunder's lead to 3.
How about we make our fucking free
throw
throws?
shooter misses the first, and I guess lightning strikes twice in OKC.
It rims out. Brown grabs it. 7 seconds left. Westbrook, 5 seconds. They're down by 1. Gordon.
I still remember this bullshit, bro.
Aaron Gordon with a deep shot. The Nuggets steal game 1.
It was crazy.
That's a winner for Aaron Gordon.
Chet sold both free throws and got gamed on in that same fucking sequence.
Postseason, Aaron Gordon comes up huge at the buzzer. A left wing 3 that rattles home to rob game 1 on the road. But in game 2, OKC did what OKC does best, bouncing back from their game 1 heartbreaker with a 43-point stomping.
Nasty blowout.
Game 3 though was back to what we expected. An all-out war between these behemoths. One that saw Denver survive an overtime thriller to take a 2-1 series lead on the 68-win Thunder. In our other second round series in the West, we had Warriors versus Timberwolves, with Curry next up on the Ant-Man's hit list. But unfortunately, it only lasted 12 minutes. Early in the second quarter of game 1, Steph strained his left hamstring, putting him out for the rest of the game and most of the series, with a projected return in game 6. Golden State just has to
Never
get it
came
there,
back.
but sadly, they couldn't. Despite rallying for the game 1 win, they were a mess without their star. And the Wolves took care of business, and they're off to their second straight Western Conference Finals. But will they be facing the MVP or the best player in the world? Game 4 in Denver was an absolute rock fight, one that saw the Thunder squeeze out a critical 5-point win to tie this series at 2. So headed into an incredibly decisive Game 5 in OKC, the MVPs put on a show.
Back in. Squares and hits. Jokic would not be denied. Thunder can grab the lead. Stop and go. Gilgeous-Alexander.
I think that game was close. If I remember right, this game was close the whole time, bro.
Gilgeous-Alexander.
He was just getting money.
Is down by 3. Pirouette.
Bullshit. Bang.
Joker's wild.
Bullshit. Bang, nigga. Don't
This
make
was
no
a
damn
clinic.
sense.
SGA filled it up for 31 points, 6 boards, and 7 dimes, while the Joker somehow one-upped him with a dominant 44-point, 15 rebound, and 5 assist performance. But despite outplaying the MVP, it was OKC who got the final laugh to take a 3-2 series lead. Back at altitude facing elimination, Denver star duo didn't let the Thunder breathe, and we're going 7. This Game 7 for a young OKC team against the 2023 champs was a massive test to see if they have what it takes to go all the way, and they passed it with flying colors. By the end of the third quarter, they were up by 25 points. It was wraps. SGA officially wins the MVP battle in an absolute thriller of a series, as he's off to face a young superstar in the conference finals.
It's a good video so far, bro. This quality is amazing.
Not in a million years did I think we were going to get Pacers versus Knicks in the Eastern Conference Finals. Yet here we are, and it was a movie. Let's fast forward to the end of Game 1. There's 1 minute left. Jalen Brunson drives to the hoop and finishes for his 37th point of the night to put the Knicks up by 9. By all accounts, this one's over. Well, it would be if they weren't playing Indiana. Aaron Nesmith buries a 3 and the lead is down to 6. Cat answers, and then Nesmith launches a 28-footer that's cash to cut it to 5. The Knicks turn it over under the hoop, and then guess who? Nesmith rips court again on a tough moving 3, and the lead is down to 2. Moments later, he gets to the line and makes 2 free throws to cut it to 1. OG Anunoby heads to the charity stripe for New York and makes just 1 of 2. And somehow, Indiana has a shot.
Indiana with it.
I'll take the ball. I'll bounce it.
He'll take it. He'll backpedal.
I'll shoot. I'll miss it. I switched it.
Nigga. Nah, that game was fucking crazy, bro.
This can't be real. After 20 points and 6 threes in the quarter by Aaron Neesmith,
Yeah, this is a great
Halliburton
video,
launches
bro.
a backpedaling, fading three that bounces 4 feet in the air and drops at the buzzer to win the game. As Tyrese gives New York the Reggie Miller choke sign that he pulled off in 1994. But hold on, upon review, Tyrese's foot was on the line. It's a 2, not a 3. And we're going to overtime.
Yo, if that would have been a 3,
This
that would
could
have been
age
the
terribly,
coldest game winner
but
I've seen
luckily,
in years,
it
nigga.
didn't. Indiana pulled out the win in overtime to cement the choke for the
tough.
Knicks. And in another classic in Game 2, Siakam rained down 39 big ones to complete another shocker on Broadway as they go up 2-0. On the Western side of things, we had 2 young superstars fighting for a trip to the NBA Finals. And in Game 1, the MVP made a statement. SGA clicked it into high gear with 31, 5, 9, and 3 in a 26-point rout of the Wolves, as Ant spent most of the game in the torture chamber. In Game 2, Edwards bounced back with a monster 32.
I was gonna say Game 2 was crazy,
but once
but them
again,
niggas was
SGA reigned supreme with a smooth 38 points as the Thunder take care of business at
No.
home.
I think it
to
was
go up 2-0.
I think it was
In
Game
mini for
3 or Game
however,
4.
it
They
was
beat our
Ant
ass.
back as they blitzed OKC by 42 to get themselves back in the series.
That game was
which
nasty.
is exactly what New York was aiming to do
That
in
game
their
was
Game
nasty.
3. It was another nail biter, except this time the Knicks grabbed the lead and kept it to win. But in Game 4, they got spanked. The Halliburton was a fireball, igniting the Pacer crowd with 32 points, 12 boards, 15 dimes, 4 steals, and 0 turnovers.
Oh my god,
He tapped
game
into
of
another
games.
dimension. I swear his shots weren't even touching the rim. The dude does it again, and Indy is 1 win away from the NBA Finals. In the other conference, OKC's Big 3 responded in a huge way after their Game 3 collapse, as they combined for 95 of the team's 128
Oh my god, bro.
points,
Absolute
pulling out a
hoops.
2-point win to take a 3-1 chokehold on the series. And back on home turf, the Thunder didn't waste any time, thrashing Minnesota by 30 to clinch their first finals appearance since 2012. The MVP added some more hardware to his trophy case as he and his squad are on the verge of completing a dream season. But who will they face on the big stage? Back in the Big Apple, down 3-1, Brunson and Cat showed out in front of the home crowd in what would be New York's final win of the season. The Pacers hit the gas in Indiana, beating the Knicks by 17 as they'll be making their return to the finals for the first time in 25 years. At the beginning of the season, who would have thought? We're getting a battle for the future
And it's
in
bro,
the NBA
the crazy
Finals.
thing to think about this series, nobody thought this shit was gonna be this good. But it made it so good
It was
is that the
finals
fucking
matchup
Pacers
no one
were
saw coming.
playing in
Sort of. We
unbelievable
all knew
level of
OKC
basketball,
would be
bro.
here, but
Fucking
Indiana,
crazy.
it was David versus Goliath, and to no surprise, the entire world had the Thunder capturing a title in quick fashion. And Game 1 only cemented that belief. Skip to late in the fourth quarter and Jalen Williams picks off the inbounds pass and goes the length of the court to throw it down.
I'm thinking this
pushing
game is
OKC's
over
lead
with.
to 15 with under 10 minutes remaining.
We would have lost if he didn't
The
get hurt.
crowd was
genuinely.
electric. They thought it was over. I guess they weren't familiar with Indiana's game. The Pacers couldn't miss the rest of the way. Obi Toppin was splashing down threes, Miles Turner banked one in from a ridiculous angle, and Andrew Nembhard hit a disgusting dribble combo that had the MVP on skates before lacing the step-back triple to cut the lead to 3 with less than 2 to go. The next possession, Siakam gets the putback to get within 1, and with a chance to extend the lead, Shea is long on his jumper, giving Indiana one last shot.
Won't go. Rebound Neesmith. The Pacers with a chance to win it. Final seconds, no fouls to give. Halliburton looking. Halliburton driving, pulls up, jump shot. It's good with 3/10 of a second remaining. Timeout, OKC.
And I'm pretty sure that was their first lead of the game, bro.
Their first lead of the game.
Yeah.
The
fucking
man
crazy
does it
opening
again.
game, bro.
With his 4th game winner of these playoffs, Halliburton drilled a pull-up mid-ranger with the world watching to win Game 1 of the NBA Finals. Now, here's what makes this even crazier. When teams were down 9+ points in the final 3 minutes of an NBA Finals game, they had a combined record of 0-182.
Damn.
It is now 1-182. Overrate that. Coming off a shocking Game 1 loss at home, OKC did what they do best, responding with suffocating defense in a massive 16-point win. The MVP stuffed the stat sheet with 34, 5, 8, and 4, and they're right back in this series. For the first time in a quarter century, the NBA Finals were back in Indianapolis, and Halliburton had the crowd oohing and awing in the first quarter. He displayed his soft touch on the floater, hit Obi Toppin with a beautiful behind-the-back pass, and then rained down a triple as the crowd exploded. That energy was injected straight into Indy's bench mob. TJ McConnell was out there stealing inbound passes and screaming at the crowd, while Mathurin was spazzing for 27. The Pacers continued to shock the
Mathurin didn't even have a good game
world,
after that game, which
wins
is
away
crazy.
from a title.
Bro, TJ McConnell was so annoying, bro. My God.
Still at home in Game 4 with a golden opportunity to take a 3-1 series lead, the Halliburton dropped a bomb early.
Nembhard back up top. Way outside is good from Halliburton.
A standstill logo 3 by Tyrese sent the crowd into a frenzy, and the Pacers ended up taking that momentum all the way into the 4th quarter. Up 7, just 12 minutes away from being up 3-1 on the best team in the NBA. Unfortunately for them, OKC had the MVP, and with their season on the line, he got in his bag.
Chips it, Holmgren gets it to SGA. His drive, hesitation, banker is good.
That was a crazy push-up.
Gilgeous-Alexander hits a 3, clutch bomb from SGA. Gilgeous-Alexander on the drive, pulls back, baseline jumper's good. OKC with the
Man, that mid-range ball.
SGA exploded for 15 points in the 4th quarter, and off a push-off or not, he drills the baseline midi to give OKC the lead, and they never looked back. Thunder strikes in Indiana, and they're right back in this series. There was a thunderstorm brewing back in Oklahoma City for Game 5. After Shea's 4th quarter heroics, everybody expected him to take over once again in OKC. But instead, it was his right-hand man who did just that.
Fucking
This
40 burger.
is the Jalen Williams game.
Hartenstein, beautiful pass to Williams. Williams running ahead of the pack, goes in and throws it down. The post kicks it out. Jalen Williams puts it up, puts it in, 3-pointer. Williams, beautiful cut and finish. Jalen Williams with the flush. Williams to the rack, high off the glass, it's good, he did it again.
That boy's getting absolute money, bro.
Falling away, got it. 40 points for Jalen Williams. A masterpiece.
J-Dub officially arrived in Game 5, going nuclear for 40 points, 6 rebounds, and 4 dimes in the NBA
Bro, and I wanted this
Finals.
nigga off my team because
The
he was
dude
playing
put his
like
full
ass
skill
the
set on
whole
display for the world
postseason.
to see. And it also didn't hurt that SGA went for 31, 10, 2, and 4. OKC's dynamic duo was electrifying, and they're just one win away from their first title in franchise history.
Then Game 6 got fucking nasty, bro. Oh my goodness.
Facing elimination for the first time this postseason, Indiana was in serious trouble. In Game 5, Halliburton suffered a serious calf strain that would have him out for multiple weeks if it were the regular season. But this is the NBA Finals. He has to play, and I'm glad he did, because he ignited the dunk of the postseason.
16 points, throws it away. Halliburton comes up with it. Cross-court C.
Had J-Dub
Siakam's
looking
posterizing
crazy.
slam on Jalen Williams came in the midst of a 30-9 Indiana run to end the second quarter. And that's all she wrote. The Pacers blow out OKC, and against all odds, we're going to a Game 7. For the first time since 2016, we have a Game 7 in the NBA Finals. Everyone thought this was going to be a quick series, but here we are. SGA is on the cusp of one of the greatest individual seasons ever, and Halliburton is aiming to silence his doubters once and for all. And he got to it early. A catch-and-shoot triple and he's on the board. The next possession, he pulls from 28 feet and it's cash. Moments later, he bangs another from 30 to rail off 9 points in 90 seconds as he roars at the crowd. Tyrese was gearing up for something special. That is, until the unthinkable happened.
Kicks it out, Toppin. Good contest from Dort. Halliburton falls down. He looks hurt. Halliburton's hurt right away when he fell. Of course, that strained calf. He's in pain, so emotional. It's the right calf right away. He knew he was in trouble.
No.
At the 5-minute mark of the first quarter, Halliburton falls victim to a horrific Achilles tear in the most important game of his life. Everyone's gonna question why he decided to play with that calf strain, but it's Game 7 of the finals. He had to risk it, not knowing if he'd ever be back here again.
I respect it,
devastating. The injury completely sucked the air out of the building, but like they have all season, the Pacers bounced back.
Crazy part is the
Nembhard
Pacers
hit a
were still
filthy
hooping.
step-back 3 to give Indy a 1-point lead headed into halftime, which is also where the clock struck midnight on their Cinderella run. In the third quarter, OKC's defense cranked it up a notch, forcing 7 Indiana turnovers as they outscored them 34-20 in the frame. And that completely shifted the game. In the fourth quarter, SGA drilled a 3 to put the finishing touches on an all-time great season, both as an individual and as a team. The Thunder have officially announced their arrival to the NBA world, with what feels like the first of many championships. But I think we're forever gonna wonder, what if?
Yeah, man. Yeah, that hurts.
The Thunder have taken the NBA by storm. For the first time, the NBA champion resides in Oklahoma City. The storybook season is complete.
For the first time in 25 years, the same player won the regular season MVP, the scoring title, and now here's your finals MVP, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Look at the stars, look how they shine.
They may have been the favorites, but they had to fight tooth and nail in this series against a terrific Pacer team.
Yeah, they were all yellow.
Hey, bro. W season, bro. W video, dog. This shit was great.
Right there.
He'll take it. He'll backpedal a 3
Halliburton driving, pulls off, jump shot. Let's go! With 0.3 of a second remaining, Tyrese Halliburton does it again.
Damn, he ain't had to show that again. Damn, bro.
It's the right calf, right away. He knew he was in trouble.
He knew it instantly, bro. Damn, bro, that shit was gas. That was a great video.
Mr. M-O-M-E-N-T. She prays she never miss a M-O-M.